in that case, in a manner in which the constant, ongoing electronic monitoring and surveillance could be the reality in a manner that would ensure their safety. Even in general penal institutions up and down this state, there's what's called protective custody, where the inmates are not put in with the general population. There's not 100% success in terms of that degree of protection, but it does seem to work. So I do believe that could be accomplished, but that does not mean that I see it as a likelihood that he winds up in custody. Appreciate the call very much. Let's check in with Bill in Woodland. Bill, good afternoon. Welcome to the conversation. Thanks for holding on.
Good afternoon, Sheriff. Nice to talk with you.
Likewise.
I don't know if this has been covered, and I haven't read the article recently, but Donald Trump was president of the United States when most of this information that Georgia is in writing. So you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, in terms of the ability to federally prosecute a
president cannot be prosecuted. He can only be impeached.
Right.
As far as Trump is concerned, these crimes did not happen. He can do anything he wants regarding to an election, and the only recourse that anybody has is impeachment. Georgia does not have the standing or the jurisdiction.
Well, I would argue that as the former president, I don't believe that protection exists. And I may be wrong. I will research it though in the next break and find out. But my belief is, once the president, regardless of who it is, leaves office, they are subject to prosecution. Now, historically, it's never happened.
Not for crimes charged while he was president.
Okay, I'll take your word for now, but I'm going to look it up because I'm not 100% convinced that that's accurate. If so, this should be dismissed on its face, and I haven't heard any of the legal scholars suggest that's the case. But I will research it, and we'll find out, get an answer to that question. It's a very valid question to raise, certainly while in office. But to give absolute immunity for any misdeeds committed, I mean, theoretically, that would suggest that if a president was found to have committed a murder during the course of his presidency, he'd be held harmless thereafter. I certainly would not want to see that be the law of the land. But I will take a look. I appreciate the call very much. We take a break here, and when we come back, we're going to chat with a couple of delightful people and talk about this big event coming up this Saturday, where if you have an interest in gaming, it's a nice family-friendly, thousands welcome poker game coming up this Saturday. We'll tell you all the details of that right after this.
You can call the Sheriff, Don McKinnon, and call 916-921-1530 or 1-800-834-1530 on KFCK.
Call's back.
I'm off to work. See ya.
You're back. We're here with everything you need to know. We're here with traffic reports every 10 minutes, mornings and afternoons.
Did I forget something?
KSBK News Radio.
Mike Ornelas, best-selling author and CEO of Sacramento's Tax Resolution. The IRS is sending 8 million nasty grants. If you owe the IRS or state over $10,000, have unfiled returns, or owe payroll taxes, we can settle your entire tax debt, including penalties and interest, for up to 85% off the amount you owe if you qualify. Don't call a firm 10 states away. We're local and can help. Call 916-619-3220 to get a free copy of my best-selling book today. We won't take your case unless we can help you, guaranteed. If you're not happy within 30 days of hiring us, you'll get your money back, guaranteed. Randall owed the IRS $186,200. We settled for only $1,200. Juan owed the IRS $42,000. We settled for $6,500. Call 916-619-3220 right now. Call now to get a free tax consultation, a free copy of my best-selling book, and a free transcript evaluation, a $1,500 value. Call 916-619-3220 now. That's 916-619-3220. Sacramento Tax Resolution.
Struggling with sleep apnea? Now there's Inspire, the only FDA-approved obstructive sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body to treat the root cause of sleep apnea with just a click of a button. No mask, no hose. Just sleep. Visit InspireSleep.com to learn more. At Allworth, we believe financial advice shouldn't be limited by a lack of know-how or tools that hold other advisors back. We call it uncompromised wealth management. But for you, it means intelligent financial and investment guidance that's comprehensive, uniquely customized, and dedicated to moving your whole wealth forward. Discover uncompromised wealth management and unlock your full financial potential by calling 833-GO-ALLWORTH or visit allworthfinancial.com for a free consultation today.
Native Subaru has a great selection of new Subarus in stock. All models, all with great Native Subaru savings, low APR financing, and amazing lease offers. With no need to order. See them all at native.subaru.com. So what are you waiting for?
In the heating and air conditioning business, the state of California has millions of regulations. But surprisingly, almost nothing when it comes to the technical knowledge required of a heating and air technician.
That means they can send a salesman to your home that looks like a true technician but knows next to nothing when servicing your heating and air system. His only focus is to sell you a new one. That'll never happen with Big Mountain's 2-for-1 rejuvenation of your heating and air system. With our 2 to 3 hour truly comprehensive 2-part service of both your furnace and your air conditioner with a written guarantee against breakdown, or the service will be free all year long. Total cost $78 or save $2,500 on a brand new heating and air system plus an additional $500 rebate. Replace your old R22 system. Details at 917-378-6370.
From the Tampa Bay Traffic Center, and a very pleasant good afternoon to you. This report is sponsored by BigMountainAir.com. No need to see some villains from all the way to the river. Be aware in Sacramento, East Stadium in Madison, someone who broke down in the center line. They're monitoring a crash in Fairfield, East County, just after North Texas. A car and an SUV mixed up on the shoulder. Get the AC tune-up sales gimmick and schedule a Big Mountain 2-season 2-for-1 AC and furnace rejuvenation with a 12-month money-back guarantee against breakdown at BigMountainAir.com. That's BigMountainAir.com. Traffic on the 10s every 10 minutes, mornings and afternoons. Steve Herrera, Tampa Bay News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM.
Traffic reports on the 10s every 10 minutes, mornings and afternoons on KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying on board. John McGinnis with you, KFBK News Radio, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app and your smart speaker. By the way, researching the ability to prosecute a former president, and it is unsettled law. It's not addressed in the Constitution. It's never been done, but it looks very much as though it can be done. So I do not see any likelihood of a summary judgment in this case. It's possible. I'm sure that'll be pursued. We can dig into that more at a future point in time. But I do want to chat with a couple of very, very nice people. Scott Brown has been on this show before as an author, a deputy sheriff involved in some extraordinary experiences in his life, as well as his spouse, who's been there at his side the whole time, Liz Brown. And they're going to talk about this event coming up this Saturday, the Sac Sheriff Spouses and Family Poker Tournament. Saturday, at 640 Burkett Drive. We'll get all the details, and I'm going to post it to my website as well. But first, let's bring Brown on board and talk about what's going on this Saturday. Welcome, both of you. Glad to have you.
Glad to be here.
All right. Yeah, hey, John, glad you have the show here. Very great. Tell us what this is all about. What's the opportunity? How much fun can people have? Is it going to be a raucous event, or will it truly be family-friendly?
Well, it is 18 and over, so it is fun for 18 and over. There's poker, blackjack, silent auction, we have a lot of fun. We have a live auction. We're actually giving away a free ride along with our Sac County Sheriff's helicopter. So that's like the big thing in the night that everybody wants.
Yeah, that's a good time. Very, very, very enjoyable time. Great perspective of the county and the region from that cockpit. So, what's the game's all about? What should people know? And how does it work? You get, I assume there's like Monopoly money, or how does it work? You can't actually have real money gaming, right?
Well, Scott, you should answer that question.
Yeah. So the way it works is you buy in to the tournament, and you'll get chips. You get a certain number of chips for getting in there, and then we have blackjack. It's professional dealers, professional tables. We actually hire a company to come in, so it's not us making up the stuff as we go along. And we have the timing set to where the bets are raised and stuff like that throughout the night, so that we're done by between usually around midnight and 1 in the morning, so it's not going to be a too drawn out type thing. We even have cheat sheets for those that don't know how to play poker. We're encouraging people to just come and have fun. If you don't know what the hands are, you can still come play because we instruct our dealers to help people out. It's more about the fun, it's more about the charity than the winning. And the winners get, at least in the past, they've gotten a great bracelet that says that they won the tournament, and a couple other little things here and there. So it's mostly just for charity, but
And what is the charity, or what are the charities?
So the charity is, it's the Sac County Sheriff's Office Spouses and Family Association. We are a nonprofit, and we are here for everyone that works for our department, other local departments, and especially for our families. So we're here for the good and the bad and the ugly. So with our fallen officers, we come alongside the families. With our new officers, sometimes we have new marriages, sometimes we have new babies, and so we do small celebrations for them to welcome them to the family. And then along the last few years, we've had families just in need. Maybe there was a baby that was in the hospital, maybe a grandson with a brain tumor, maybe a spouse that had cancer. With COVID, we had a records officer in the hospital right around Christmas time. He was being released, and we all came together, decorated his house for Christmas, so he came home to his house filled with the spirit of the Christmas spirit before he came home. So we do a little bit of everything, meal trains, but we really basically come alongside our department, and we say that we're the heart behind the badge. So we do whatever he needs or us.
Very good. I don't want to let this conversation pass without Scott having a chance to, I guess you're both involved in the book for that matter, but obviously the experiences, the on-the-job experiences of you, Scott, in terms of the book that you've read. Tell us about that, because not everybody has had a chance to read it or is aware of it, and I want people to have an opportunity to get access to that book and really truly have the experience of being enlightened by what you've done and how you record that.
Yeah, the book is about the death of my partner and how he was murdered on October 24th, J.D. Oliver, and then it continues on with the murder of Detective Mike Davis up in Placer County, that same incident. And that incident is actually what started the Spouses Association. Liz afterwards looked around and realized that, she didn't have the support already built in. She would have been by herself, and she had a couple other spouses that said, if this would have happened to me, I would have been all by myself. And that kind of spurred that incident spurred a lot of things in our life, but it also spurred the foundation as well. But yeah, our book's it's available on Amazon. Banking Able, you can find it right in there. We've had some great reviews, great feedback on it since we published. It'll actually also be at the tournament at their swag table with the shirts and everything else. But yeah, those are the two places where you can get it, and it documents the story, not just what happened, but how it affected us, how it affected the community. It talks about trauma and some of the stuff of how we got through it, the good and the bad, how it affected, our faith, our kids, everything else. So it's not just the story itself, it's how it affected us and how as officers we go to these things and we bring them home with us. They don't just stay in the street with us. Where we experience them, we bring them home to our families, whether we try not to or whether we try to protect them or not.
So back to the tournament this Saturday. I'll get some information on my website here, but what's the best thing for people to know in terms of how to find it, how to get in?
Yeah, our website is ssospouses.com. We'll definitely click the link as well. And it's $75 per ticket a day, and actually our early bird pricing ends today. So get in today for that early bird pricing. It goes up to $100 a ticket tomorrow, but it's all for charity. So $75 or $100. I hope everybody knows it's just a really good time. You don't have to be a power player to come. There's a lot of people that are learning how to play for the first time, and everyone is willing to teach you how to do it. And I swear, every year everybody comes back and says it's one of the best nights they've had, and they come back to it again.
Very good. Well, I think
and we've also. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, to answer your earlier question, it is a very well-behaved night. Everybody knows why they're there, what they're representing, and we kind of teach them a little bit too at the beginning. So yeah, it's always been it's not a ruckus, it's not a fight, there's never any of that going on. It's always a very well-behaved event for those of you that were kind of curious about that as well.
Very good. Excellent information to have. SSO Spouses. What is it again, Liz?
That's it. This is Southwest.com.
Okay, very good. Hey, thanks both of you for the information, for what you do, and it really truly is an opportunity, I think, for good people, perhaps people with a common interest to have fun, have a good time, and support a worthy cause. And check with your accountant in terms of the ability to deduct the fees of venture. I think you might have an opportunity there. So, Scott and Liz Brown, thanks for what you do on an ongoing basis. I appreciate your work and your goodwill very, very much.
Thank you.
You bet. Thanks for taking time. And I'm just going to wrap this up here pretty closely, but there's a lot of this topic that we have been discussing I still want to cover in the coming days. This is not going away anytime soon. We've got people that are trying to get on. In fact, I want to try to get your calls on this. Have some continuation of it tomorrow. Linda has been patiently waiting. Unfortunately, we're out of time. Linda, you'll be first up tomorrow if you want to jump in on this. Lots to discuss, a lot to analyze and look at it. And the extent to which we are informed, I think, will really truly have an impact on wise choices we make going forward. That's it for me, but stick around because you have the lovely and talented Kitty O'Neill coming up next with the afternoon news. She just graced us with her presence right here in the studio. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Have a great one.
Sacramento, News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM, and iHeartRadio station.
Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, news, sports, talk, and podcasts. Free, never
I was so glad to lie.
Hi there, it's Pat. I've been telling you for a long time how much I trust and appreciate American River Flooring and all of the projects that they have helped me with as I have been remodeling my home. And congratulations to American River Flooring on their 23rd year in business serving the Sacramento area.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
$1,000 you spend in August, flooring, cabinets, painting, save hundreds or more by booking this month. American River Flooring has some beautiful styles available, and they're going to help you determine the best choice for your home. Stop by their showroom in Fair Oaks, 8510 Madison Avenue. Touch and feel all the various styles and materials, or you can start by uploading a photo of your room on their website and see how different flooring products will look in your home, and I guarantee you, it's amazing the difference that it makes. And now, don't put it off any longer. Call my trusted partner in the home improvement industry this month. That's American River Flooring. You're going to get $100 off every $1,000 you spend. American River Flooring, 916-961-6100, or just visit them, 8510 Madison Avenue in Fair Oaks, and please, don't forget to tell them Patrick sent you.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary subject to terms and conditions. When's the last time you checked your workers' comp rate? For many small businesses, workers' comp insurance is one of their biggest costs. But some don't check their rate often. Did you know rates can vary? In fact, taking 3 minutes to check your rate with Pi Insurance could save you up to 30%. Just go to trypi.com, share a few details about your business, and get a quote that's customized for you with no...
Approaching a railroad crossing.
We know you're busy, but spending just a few minutes to check your rate could save you money. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate. So your workers' comp audit experience is simplified. See how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi, or get a quote at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
The Tri-County Home and Garden Show and Tiny House Expo is back, presented by the Hot Tub Superstore. This weekend at the air-conditioned Roebelin Center in Roseville. Meet with licensed kitchen and bath remodelers, landscape and pool contractors. Explore tiny homes and speak with the builders. Learn from industry leaders about how to build, live in, and park your tiny home. Plus the all-new Art of Floral Design Competition and floral displays. Free garden seminars, including flower societies and plant sales. Sample gourmet food at the Place of Taste and Cocktail Corner. Shop the pet center for your furry friends. Check out local artisans at the Makers Market, featuring handmade crafts and unique one-of-a-kind finds. From tiny to traditional, it's the Tri-County Home and Garden Show and Tiny House Expo. This weekend at the air-conditioned Roebelin Center in Roseville. Info and discount admission at try-countyhomegardenshow.com. Imagine a world without Alzheimer's. This vision and effort led by the Alzheimer's Association in partnership with Alzheimer's Clinical Trials Consortium and the Alzheimer's Therapeutic Research Institute is to rigorously test methods for early detection of and treatment for Alzheimer's disease. bringing effective therapeutics to the world. Join iHeartMedia in supporting their extraordinary work by visiting alz.org or actcinfo/projects to learn more.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas this September.
Performers from every genre.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Buy tickets now at AXS.com.
KFBK Sacramento. KFM all kinds of news, traffic, and weather.
KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM.
And it is 4 o'clock at KFBK News Radio. Good afternoon to you. I'm Kitty O'Neill with the KFBK Afternoon News. Stories now trending. Former President Donald Trump now facing election-related charges in the state of Georgia. California's efforts to introduce a constitutional amendment on gun safety now moving forward. Sacramento now has its first tiny homes community for the unhoused. More on that too. Right now, traffic and weather together. Let's start in the KFBK Traffic Center with Dana Huss. Excuse me, Dana Huss is not here. Where's to have it? Welcome back, Steve.
Well, thank you very much, Kitty. This report is sponsored by Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. Problems in Sacramento, northbound I-5 480 is a county-style vehicle that is identified. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is looking for vehicles to purchase. Come by for a complimentary appraisal, and you could be walking out with some cash. It's worth a short drive to MD of Stockton, just off I-5 at the 8-mile road exit, or value your trade-in online at mdofstockton.com. Traffic on the 10s every 7 minutes, mornings and afternoons. Steve Herrera, KFBK News Radio, 93.1 FM, 1530 AM.
All right, thanks, Steve. Now the KFBK forecast.
Heat advisory remains in effect through late Thursday evening. For tonight, partly cloudy, low 64 to 68. Tomorrow, hot with sunshine mixing with a few clouds. The high tomorrow, 102 to 106. Thursday, remaining hot with sunshine and patchy clouds. Thursday's high, 96 to 100. I'm AccuWeather's Drew Shannon on KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio.
Yeah, 105 in Sacramento right now, and we've got Folsom at 106, Elk Grove 104. Your top national story, former President Trump and 18 co-defendants facing a number of major charges in the latest indictment out of Georgia. The indictment describing the group as a criminal organization carrying out a scheme to overturn the results of the 2020 election in the state. Prosecutor Fannie Willis contends at the center of the criminal enterprise alleged in the indictment are three major elements, all going toward overturning the will of Georgia's voters. CBS News election law contributor David Becker says being a fake electors scheme.
Lying to electors and legislators, recruiting fake electors, and then submitting false slates of electors claiming they were duly certified. Second, all of the false claims made about the voting machines and the efforts then to literally seize and breach illegally the voting machines in places like Coffee County, Georgia. And lastly, the harassment and threats and lies made to elected officials and election officials throughout the state.
All of the defendants, including the former president, are charged with racketeering. We'll go in depth on the latest indictment coming up at ABC's Royal Oaks at 4:17. Your top local story, California is spearheading an effort to introduce a U.S. constitutional amendment on gun safety. KFBK's Nika Magahis reports.
State Senator Aisha Wahab, who co-authored the legislation, says the Right to Safety resolution reaffirms the state's commitment to tackle gun violence.
This resolution calls for a limited constitutional convention on creating common sense gun regulations.
The resolution begins the process of updating the U.S. Constitution to enshrine 4 gun safety principles, raising the federal minimum age to purchase a gun from 18 to 21, mandating universal background checks, setting a reasonable waiting period for